The general rule of thumb when it comes to the box office run is that the film's box office profits need to double that of its budget to be considered a success, and in some cases to break even. So if a film has a budget of $45 million, it needs to turn over $90 million at the box office to cover third-party costs, such as marketing, distribution costs, taxes, and in some cases when the film exceeds the budget. It is important to note that a film is an asset that generates passive income in the form of royalties from streaming services over time. So if it flops at the box office, the film can still generate income to mitigate its losses. In this video, we'll be focusing on the film's budget, the box office results, and why we think they flopped the box office run. Let's get started. Renfield, budget $65 million. The film stars Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult. Renfield, Dracula's henchman and inmate at the lunatic asylum for decades, longs for a life away from the Count, his various demands, and all of the bloodshed that comes with them. The film was released on April 14, 2023, with generally positive reviews from critics. With a budget of $65 million, the film grossed only $26.7 million, less than half of its budget, leading to a staggering estimate loss of $103.3 million. There are a number of reasons why Renfield may have bombed. The film was released on a crowded April release schedule, competing with other films such as Shazam and John Wick Chapter 4. The film's high budget also contributes to its disappointing outcome, as it was much higher than the typical horror film. Despite its box office performance, Renfield is surprisingly funny, with excellent performances from both Cage and Hoult. Shazam, Fury of the Gods, budget $125 million. Shazam and his superpowered foster siblings band together to face the Daughters of Atlas, who have stolen the wizard's staff and plan to use it for their own ends. Shazam, Fury of the Gods was released on March 17, 2023. It had a budget of $125 million, and it has received mixed reviews from critics. It has grossed $133.8 million at the box office, with an estimated loss of $116.2 million. The film was released on a crowded March release schedule, competing with other films such as The Batman and Morbius. Second, the film's marketing was relatively expensive, and it did not generate the same level of excitement as the first film. If you enjoyed the first film, then maybe you will enjoy its sequel. The Flash, budget $200 million. In the film, Barry Allen travels back in time to save his family, but this backfires and creates a world without superheroes, forcing him to race for his life in order to save the future. The Flash was released on June 15, 2023, with mixed reviews from critics, with some loving its humor, while others calling it a mess. The film's budget was a whopping $200 million, with a gross profit of $270.6 million, leading to an estimated loss of $129.4 million. The film was released on a crowded June release schedule, competing with other films such as Jurassic World Dominion and Top Gun Maverick. The film's marketing was relatively expensive. Some might also point to superhero fatigue as a final main factor in the Flash flopping at the box office. Maybe the genre is drying out. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, budget $300 million. In the film, Jones tries to stop a former Nazi archaeologist from finding a powerful artifact. The film was released on June 30, 2023, with generally positive reviews from critics. The film had an enormous budget of $300 million and made $384 million at the box office, with an estimated loss of $216 million, making it the least successful film in the franchise. Indiana Jones' lack of commercial success may be linked to its emphasis on nostalgia and its limited appeal to newer generations. The film also had stiff competition from films like Fast X, Creed 3, and John Wick Chapter 4. Despite its reviews and disappointing box office performance, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is a decent action-adventure film that is worth watching if you are a fan of the franchise. The Marvels, budget $274.8 million. After triumphantly reclaiming her identity from the Kree and vanquishing the Supreme Intelligence, Captain Marvel finds herself burdened by the weight of an unstable universe. When her duties send her to an anomalous wormhole linked to a Kree revolutionary, her powers become entangled with two other superheroes to form the Marvels. The film was released on November 10, 2023, with a budget of $274.8 million. It has grossed $161 million million at the box office so far, with an estimated loss of $388.6 million. These numbers will, of course, change as the film is still screening at the box office. Based on its current box office performance, the outlook is not good for the franchise. The film received mixed reviews, with some loving its humor, while others are calling it the worst MCU film ever, criticizing its rushed, mediocre script and lack of originality. At the end of the day, it all comes down to your personal preferences on whether or not you'll enjoy this film. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed learning about these films. Let me know which film you have seen and drop your review in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching.